Okay guys, so here we have GameMaker Studio. Professional Edition 1.4.1760. And today I'm going to show you just how quickly it is and what it takes to make your first game. So, without further ado, let's get rolling. So, you got all these buttons and those correlate with all these folders right here. You have your sprites, sounds, backgrounds, paths, scripts, shaders, fonts, timelines, objects, rooms, included files, extensions, and macros. So, we'll start with sprites. And if you think back to the Mario days or the Sonic days, the the Goombas, the mushrooms, the Marios, the question boxes, those are all sprites. And then the hills in the background, well, those are the backgrounds. So yeah. So today, try to think this through, but we're going to start with the snowman. So it's good to organize your stuff with folders and good names. So let's see. We'll just call that the base sprite, SPR snowman. You can insert a group. I'm just going to say snowman. Then we're going to add another one. We're going to say standing. And we're going to create another one. This one's going to be called walking. And we'll just leave the base sprite at the top. So, it's pretty small, so we'll just say new. And what would be decent? 256? Decent enough. So we're just going to build the base of the snowman. Ooh. Definitely going to need some shading. Okay, so we got the base of the snowman. Just because this is a demo, I'm not going to spend the time naming all these files. Actually, I should. Yeah, that one should be just up. So there we go. Just a basic, and it's messy, but just a basic little walking animation. And it's not too bad for these purposes. Okay, so we're gonna have to edit the mask on all of these. It's not that hard. We can just do it here at the bottom. So there's our standing sprites. We're gonna have to duplicate all of these, so then we can make our animation sprites. There we go. And at the toolbar right here, SPR ball. We're just gonna make a little image. Let's see, 128 by 128, sure. There we go, a snowball. Okay, now we get into the fun stuff. So, this ball, that's an object. We're just gonna call this O underscore player. O stands for object. Fun little fact. So, GameMaker was made by Mark Overmars. Gonna need a create event. And he made it for his college students. To teach him how to program. But interestingly enough, his project kept growing. I stepped in on it around GameMaker 4, which it eventually went to 8, and then 8.1 I guess was like some form of upgrade and got bought out. And it's been bought out again since then, rather recently during, because now there's GameMaker Studio 2.0. It's rather interesting. Like down here you got a compiler and it can compile it out as long as you got all the SDK software developer kits. Put it out to anything really. I mean, look, boom. Android, HTML5, Windows, iOS, Tizen, I don't know. Good stuff. Okay, so for the create event, let's grab our little code thing. Get that ready. Haven't really fully decided, but global var. Nah. Oh, that's why. I am missing keys today. Health. Nope, health is already a thing. So, health equals 100. What else? Speed equals 0. We'll come back to that. So over here in the step event, we need to get another thing to code. So if keyboard check VK left. So VK stands for virtual key. If you wanted to use a letter, you'd want to go ORD, like A. Instead. So keyboard check left. X minus equals, let's go with 3. Boom. It's that easy. So we want this to go on for 4 times. Left, right, up, and down. So let's see here. Our direction here, it's a counterclockwise wheel. 0. And for now, we are just going to toss our static snowman on it. Say okay, and we're going to, the square, we're going to make a new room. Click on objects, and just grab our little player. Just drop him in there and see what he does. Ooh, there's. Okay, so right, left, down, up. Oops, forgot to turn those into Y's. But it's doing what it's supposed to. We have not established this variable yet, but we'll go do that really quick. Since we're here, we'll add it in there. And make moving equal to false. Okay, so, and then we gotta, okay. The double and, simply and. So we're gonna check all of these at the same time. So basically it's a negative if we add an exclamation point. So if keyboard check down is not being pressed, etc. for all 4 of the arrow keys, it's checking, and if none of them are being pressed, it's telling this variable you're going to be false. So then we can use it up here, because we're going to use this moving variable to create our animations. So if moving equals true and direction equals 0, bam, insert some code. Sprite index or image index? Sprite index equals. This is why it's good to name these. It's easier to call. Right, 7. $90, $180, $270. So 90 would probably be up. Should be a 5. Just looks like it's in order. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna copy all this. Oops. Drop it. Drop it again. But all these trues are gonna be falses. this one is actually going to be up because I did name it, but the rest of these should be 2, 3, and 4. And let's see how the code looks. Whenever we're doing stuff like that, want to check it. That's way off. Up. Up is wrong. Left is backwards. Right is up. Down is right. Down is correct, I mean. Down, up, down, up. Let's see here. So left is reversed. So let's see here. Hmm. 180. So then this should be 5? No. I need to look at everything. Hmm. So this is a 6. Try this. Make this a 5, and then this a 7. And here, make this a 2. This a 3. Make this an up. See how this looks. So we exit out. Say okay. Say okay. And then we try again. Oh no. Oh, SPR3. There we go. Fixed. So down is correct, left is correct, right is correct, and up is correct. It looks like something is wrong with down. But, it's a snowman. Let's go fix what's up with down. Right here. We got this. Yep. And let's add one more sprite. We'll just call it S tree. Edit it. Make a new one. Make this to. What should we make this one? 512? Again with the trees. Looks good to me. Let's go in with some darks. There, our little tree. And of course, we have to do the mask. So, just do a manual. Then just draw it somewhere down here. And with this one, pretty simple. I'm just gonna do O underscore tree. I'm gonna add an event, step. Add a little thing of code for now. It's just gonna be depth negative equals y. Grab this and bring it over to our player. We might as well just put it at the top. So let's go to our room. Let's make it bigger. Let's just do 3000 by 3000. And here I'll show you really quick. Views. We're gonna enable the view, visible when the room starts, and we're gonna grab our player. Horizontal border. Let's just say 150. Nah, that's too small. 300. And 300. And then the view in the room will be 800 by 600. No. 800 by 600. And then the port on the screen, we'll just make that 400. No, we'll make that 640 by 480. Just say okay. Have fun with it. Forgot something. Well, we can check the view really quick. It's not too bad. Oh, so we're in the center of the room now, so this is going to get tricky. Let's make a background really quick. Nope, no loading of the backgrounds. Just get out. Edit background. Okay. It's kind of small, but that will do. Just grab some whites, fill it with white, and then grab some very light grays. Just draw this on really quick. Which one? I kind of just want to make it this color. just for texture. Crap, it'll catch up with me. But just for texture, we're gonna add a little bit right here. Hmm. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Sorry about that, a little technical difficulty. So we were working on our tree? No, our background. Can't even tell much of a difference. Cool. Guess that'll work. So, then we go back into our room. And we're gonna apply a background. No color, bro. Grab this one and just slap that on. Bam. Kinda like snow. Kinda tacky. And while we're at it, we're gonna make another object. Object, ball. So, we're just gonna grab this. Add event, create, direction equals O player dot direction. So we're putting this in the create event. So the direction of this ball, when it's created, is going to be equal to the same direction of the player dot direction. So this dot is a variable of this object. It's attribute. And I didn't really mention it earlier. Hopefully you can follow along. But these colons, semicolons, that ends your little bit of code. And you can wrap it in those brackets. And various brackets, depending really on what it is. Bam. So it's going to do that. Let's make it fun and do step. Let's just mess with the speed. Go speed minus equals, so it's going to take its own speed and take a little bit off. We'll just do 0.01. See what that does. Play. Oops, we did forget something. For the player, we gotta add in a, let's see. We'll not do it that way. Let's just see how this looks. He's going pretty slow, but he is moving. We can quickly Control F, look for all the 3s, and replace them with 10s. He's going to move faster. Let's see, we forgot something with the ball. Its speed is going to be 10. Let's see here. Let's go back into the room. Let's zoom out. Make it a little bit more fun. Grab the objects, grab the tree. It's not applied yet. So go to the tree and just grab it. Say okay. And for the ball, before we forget, gotta make sure it has the same depth. So depth negative equals 1 or minus equals 1. Why? Why 1? Nice. So now we can just add our trees. For the ball, let's make sure we got the right mask. Let's make it a circle, ellipse. Good enough. Say okay. Say, let's bring that down a bit. Looks more in the center. Say okay. Got our forest, got that, check, check. Up, down, left, right. And step event, we gotta create it. So, if keyboard check pressed, VK underscore CTRL, nope. Control, gotta spell it out. Then, instance create, bam. X is going to be on the X. The Y, though, we're going to take about 75 away. And what are we going to create? We're going to create the ball. And we want to close it up and separate it. So, if you had these forward slashes, you can add notes to which part of the code is what. Because as it gets more advanced, the code gets longer and more complicated. So far, for this little thing I'm about to show you, we just got this. We wrote, let's see here. Sprites. This is just sprite controls for up, down, left, right. This is all about your movement, which ties in with the direction and whatnot. So say okay, say okay. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're walking. We're moving a little fast. Let's fix that. Image speed equals 0.3. That should look a little better. So we're walking, We're behind some trees. We're just hanging out. See? Ooh. Oh geez, it's not quite working correctly. We did the depth backwards on all 3 of these. So let's go into the tree. Let's actually make it a negative Y. This a negative Y. And make the player a negative Y. That should fix that. We didn't even shoot yet. So, O underscore enemy. We're going to change it to Sprite Snowman. We need to create and we need a step event. We're going to open up our person, go to step, depth is good. But we're going to change everything else. So we'll just go back over here. Okay, so we're in a step event, an instant create ball. Ball 2. And, let's see, we're going to change this into an alarm entirely. So we're going to go to create. I'm going to put alarm bracket 0 equals 1000. No, equals random 1000. Paste that, take it all, put it back, and just delete that because we need it. I'm going to add event. We're going to go to our alarms. Boom. So it resets it, and we're going to just take that away. We're also going to do just instant create that, which we still need. So we'll duplicate him. Object underscore ball 2. And instead of the O player, we're going to say O enemy. And just one. We'll have to change the code if we have multiple enemies. It'd have to be a variable. But the depth is good. Enemy. Okay, so now we got to get his movement. Let's look at the step. Okay, so this is going to be an alarm as well. Add an event, go to an alarm, alarm 1. Let's see here. Actually, we don't need to do this. Put this here, because this alarm is going to change the speed. Sorry about that. So we're going to come back here, slap this in, and we're going to make a variable. We'll just call it dir equals left, or equals, I don't know, 1. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alarm 1 equals random 200. Nope. 200. And direction equals, let's see here. Direction equals choose 1, 2, 3, 4. And to start it off, so we'll try this. See how she fares. So object, grab enemy, and we'll just put it right next to us. And we're going to push play. Enemy. What were mine? Here, we'll just grab this. This. Come back over here and add it. And instead of health, we'll just say HP. Makes it easier. Speed equals 0. Moving equals false. And image sounds good to me. Now we hit it. Should work. So I can move. Oh no, he's moving. Oh, look at my big snowballs. I can add a cooldown timer. Let's see, so we're behind this tree, shooting it. Boom, boom, boom. But now we're in front of it. Oh my. Oh, I can walk through it. So, player, add event, collision with the tree. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna stay put. Boom. But there you have it. Your basic top-down type of game. You can go further with it. Let's just bring it back up. You can add collisions to the trees. You can make health bars, turn it into a full game, but this is just something to whip up really quick to show you how easy it is to get going with programming. If you have any questions more in depth, please leave comments and I'll try to answer them in any way, shape, or form. Today we went through sprites. We pretty much went through. We did not do sound, but I can do a video on that. Paths, scripts. We pretty much did scripts, except they were inside the objects. We didn't pull from them. Shaders we didn't even touch, neither did the fonts or the timelines. But as far as basics go, this is pretty operable. So